And so what was our pushback? Everyone loves this. They call them apple pie bills. But we kept hearing that, we have no money. Where are we going to get the money to do this? And also because it was a special session, the focus was on urgent needs, right? People are like, is this really urgent to have a position in the Department of Education? But we directly responded to that pushback head on. And I think this is one of our successes. I put the full page in there. We did say, is this taking another bite at the teacher's apple? No. And that really surprised people. But then we gave them really concrete, very specific ways of how we framed it. So that was, I think, one of our big selling points. Some of our other key ingredients to success was that we had built relationships during the 2007 session, and we suddenly had allies in the legislature, and we made it easy on them to say, yes, I could do this. For example, the other requirement that Ways and Means said, you have to have a memo. We prepared literally the equivalent of a law review or term paper article for them. Mel smiling, laughing, because we spent a lot of our Christmas doing this, being prepared. And, we gave it to the House Education Committee, which this is them, and they submitted it, so on their behalf. So we worked a lot behind the scenes with the agencies. You do a lot of groundwork and behind the scenes, and I think that's what helped us build up allies and build up relationships, really showing up as a team player. And coming prepared. We decided what was our best selling points and who was going to make them. And, for example, thinking of this was a picture of giving testimony. We say it's for all of ag. Well, let's make that point. And so in our picture here, we have Dalton Hobbs, who's the Deputy Director of Department of Agriculture. In the middle is Dave Schonk, who is a small-scale farmer from Bumblebee Farms. And then Peter Truitt in blue, who is from Truitt Brothers, and they're a food processing facility. And when I say we came prepared, we not only, lined up the spectrum, but they had to practice. They had to have their testimony down to a minute and a half. Christy's nodding her head, yeah. I mean, we even, role played. Like, we came really prepared, and that set a stage and has helped us get not only allies, but showing up as professionals in the State House really helped us create a reputation that people appreciated, and it's paid off. I mean, they asked us to come in April and give testimony now to the House Agricultural Committee, and I got a phone call, and they said, well, Corey's coming in, Department of Agriculture. Michelle, we'd like you to also testify. And I said, well, actually, I have, 5 perspectives I think the committee should hear from. They said, no, we only have 30 minutes. I'm sorry. I was like, well, I really think we should hear from them. No. And then she called me back in the afternoon. Okay, I talked to the chair, committee chair, and he said, yes, you can actually have 6 people talk in 30 minutes. So just having that kind of reputation was just really appreciated. Another key to success was our internal coalition building. It's a little boring slide, but it's an example of what we call our dashboard or blackboard. We have online, it's basically a shared file cabinet and system for co-creating documents. During 2007, we actually never met in person once. We met on conference calls, and we met on this. We met as a coalition for the first time after the session ended. And we found that this tool was really valuable for maintaining transparency among stakeholders, as well as getting work done and having everyone have ready access to materials that they would need. And we also, in coalition building, just being intentional about cultivating the coalition. We did lots of outreach to different groups, and we aimed for consensus building and discussion of different issues. But we also, whenever a key decision had to be made, even on short notice, we really took an extra effort to get as many people on the line as possible. And next steps, also this is Christie's Pizza, this Portland Public Schools pizza. You've heard that our next steps is we're asked our state legislature, and they'll be sponsoring it, Representatives Tina Kotek and Brian Clem, you already met, for he doesn't want to call it a reimbursement. It's a 15-cent investment to schools to purchase organic agricultural products, and then money to fund school gardens. And I like this because, yes, it's the pizza bed. And actually, I took this, John. This look familiar? Okay. I took this at John's place down in Santa Cruz a couple years ago. And then this is the Portland Public Schools pizza, and it's made from shepherd's grain. that's regionally grown. I mean, she could tell you more about it, but it's a local lunch. So, you know, the vision of our state is largely headed into the whole meal, all meal components, and, you know, just reflecting some of that in our policy approaches.